Hi everyone, welcome to today's live video. Thanks for watching the replay. Go ahead and type replay in the bottom so we know that you watched it and are learning from the amazing Carla Neal. We have got an amazing jet setter on the call today, one of the top consultants in the company. And I just got to invite her on. Where are you, Carla? Facebook is being a little temperamental, and there we go. Works. Let's hope this works.
Yay!
Okay, I don't know what it is. Whenever that happens, it won't let me go sideways. So I don't know if it's your phone or my phone or Facebook or whatever. But anyway, you guys, we have Carla Pierce on, or Carla Neal.
Carla Neal Pierce. That's right. I answer to all of them.
Did you
My
used to
maiden
be?
name is Neal.
Okay.
Married name is.
I just say for some reason that's the word in my head. Did you used to be that on Facebook or something?
Well, I'm Carla Neal on Facebook, but I'm Carla Neal Pierce with Paparazzi.
Okay. So anyway, Carla Neal, you guys, she is amazing. We have got quite a treat. Look at her. She's got her necklace on. She won a Z Collection model 2 years ago, two conventions ago.
2016, yes.
And she got her jewelry there in the background. She is ready to go. She looks amazing. So let me quickly tell you what I know about Carla. One, she is an incredible person.
Oh, thank you.
To begin with. Okay. She is a single mom to a senior in high school.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, divorce. That's where that Pierce comes in, Neal Pierce. Yeah.
That's okay. Guess what? There's lots of people that can totally relate to your situation, right? It just makes you more relatable. And you live in Georgia?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
But she does have, she did live up north for a while, right?
I was born and raised in Massachusetts, yes.
She works paparazzi full-time, and she used to work in college
access and strategic planning.
Okay, so she is a highly accomplished woman that probably is earning more selling and doing paparazzi than working in like college administration kind of stuff, okay? She is well educated, professional, and just an amazing human being. Jet setter means her team has over 500,000 in volume, but I know her team is more like 1 million.
Yes,
right?
Exactly. Yeah, we do 1.3.
1.3 million in team volume last in January.
Yes.
Because I know she has another jet set or one jet setter or two
jet setter, a maven, 3 fashionistas, and an A-lister.
Yes. So
and
she's
executive producers.
Wow. And she has been a consultant for 2 years, and
this is
I don't know.
This month makes 2.5 years.
So 2.5 years. 2.5 years. And she has grown a team that is producing 1.3 million in volume in the month of January. So without any more, let's hear it from the most important person on the screen right now, Carla Neal.
Look, hello, everyone. Look, thank you so much for that awesome welcome, Michelle. And as you all know, you have like the best leader ever. I love Michelle. I love Michelle's spirit. I love her humility. And you're just amazing, which is why you're sitting in the position of jet setter as well. But I just want to, just because Michelle touched on it, just talk about my career a little bit. I actually used to be a mortgage broker prior to moving to Georgia, and successful mortgage broker. I used to make $250,000 a year. The market plummeted. I had to shift gears, and I went through a divorce all at the same time. I feel like I lived the life of Job. And I moved to Georgia, and I went into education. And for coming from the money that I was making going into education, I always say it was like working for free. But I really enjoyed the work because I have a passion for helping people. When I first moved to Georgia, I worked like with a parent center, helping parents in any aspect that they needed from an educational perspective. And I did that part-time because I just wanted to make sure that, my parents were married for 49 years, wanted to make sure that I was giving my son everything that, you know, that he needed, because it was the divorce that was different for me, different for our family. But the company I was working for, a nonprofit organization. The nonprofit organization closed in June. So I was on a severance package when I was introduced to Paparazzi, and I ended up picking up a contract the month afterwards, because I do grant writing, and you know, highly sought after, because I'm pretty good at what I do, but it's just very time consuming. And that was actually, you know, a grant and strategic planning all at the same time. That strategic planning piece isn't what I'm great. You know, that required a whole lot of work for me. Let me just say that. So my first month in Paparazzi, people think that it was just like a lay down. It was easy. There was no sacrifice. You know, in essence, when I first started, I didn't have a job. You know, I didn't have a job. I had money, but I didn't have a job where I was getting paid every 2 weeks. So because I understand, I sold jewelry like way back in 1995. I used to sell jewelry. I understand that in order to sell jewelry, you have to have inventory. And people don't want to buy and have to pick from 5 pieces. You know, the more you have, the more you're going to sell. And I actually went live on purpose today, you know, just so you could see my inventory. I make money every day, whether I go live or not. I make about $200 a day just from my regular customers contacting me for jewelry. So what I want to say to you, you know, is first the sacrifice. Got to make the sacrifice. You got to put the time in, you got to put the resources in, and you have to have inventory. You can't be the jewelry lady without jewelry, and you cannot sell what you don't have. So I wanted to share with you where I was sitting, you know, so that you could understand that I made the sacrifice. I bought the inventory, and I hustled, and I did 3 to 5 shows every single week. When I first started, if you go back through my old pictures, you'll see me set up vending all over the place. And I didn't always do vendor shows. I did basket parties. I would do online back office parties, but I wanted to make sure that not a week went by that I did not have at least 3 things going on. Fast forwarding until today, the reason why my team blew up and the company is moving the way that it is because now we have Facebook Live. So now you can go live with Facebook Live, and people can do those same 3 to 5 shows that I was out in the field doing. You can do from the privacy of your own home, 3 to 5 times a week in front of different audiences if you so choose. You know, I do recommend that when you do go live, that you set a day and time at least once or twice a week where people know when to expect you. And you can try it a few other times a week, you know, just to see when you can capture a different audience. But getting in front of people and selling your jewelry is really, like, simply put, I could end this right now and say, sell your jewelry and you're gonna grow your business and you're gonna grow your team. I know you guys want to hear more than that though. But really, that's how I built my business. I built my business by being in front of people. I did a training back in December. It was about 200 people at the training. And I asked the people that I knew in that room prior to Paparazzi to raise their hand. 6 people raised their hand. 6 out of 200 people I knew prior to Paparazzi. I met people from vending. When people see how easy it is to sell this jewelry, they want to be a part of it. They may not tell you immediately. They may not tell you in that first conversation. They're paying attention. They're watching. If you introduce the opportunity to them, they may say yes immediately. They may come around, but they have to see it working. They don't want to just hear what you're saying. They want to see you working your business. So you work your business, get your inventory. My first point to you is to get your inventory on point. If your inventory is on point, you're going to sell jewelry. I had somebody come, and I shared it on the team page, so you guys, I wouldn't be able to share it with you, but she came and she came to my house to buy. She said she needed 5 pieces of jewelry. She was prepared to spend $25. This is somebody who was a very supportive customer. She did not want to join the business, was adamant about not joining the business. And she came here and she spent $135. Did you hear me? From $25 to $135. And why?
She couldn't resist all you had, huh?
She couldn't resist. She couldn't resist. And I keep Z Collection. I make sure that I have Z Collection on hand, and I do wear that too. But I wear it when I'm marketing the Z Collection, because, you know, the Z Collection and our $5 jewelry, 2 different things. I got to Jet Setter on $5 jewelry. We didn't introduce the Z Collection until October. I had Jet Setter in October. So focus on your $5 jewelry. That's your bread and butter. When I travel, someone asked me recently, why don't you travel in your Carla? Carla's no longer available. I don't want to have to tell people. And it's an honor. Like one of the biggest honors that I received in paparazzi was having a piece of jewelry named in my honor. But I don't travel in it. I travel in what's my favorite? Lord have mercy, I can't believe my Hollywood Hills. I travel in Hollywood Hills. Travel in Hollywood Hills on purpose. So when people tell me how cute my necklace is, I can tell them that it's $5 and it comes with matching earrings. Now I don't wear the Hollywood Hills earrings with it, but still, you want to be a product of your product. And I also keep Hollywood Hills with me when I want to bless somebody. That's the piece of jewelry that I typically will bless them with, whether it's a server, whether it's a flight attendant, or whether it's somebody I just want to do something nice for, because I think it's a great representation of our business. You know, it's a great representation for young and old, because, you know, I'd like to wear mine up like a choker. The young people like to wear it like, you know, that way as well. So be a product of your product, you know, all the time. And just be smart in the decisions that you're making, because you're always marketing jewelry. So you look like somebody that someone wants to buy something from, you know, that someone will do a double take. Because, you know, your outfit is cute, your jewelry matches your outfit, because there's no reason why we shouldn't have jewelry matching our outfit with so many choices that we have with paparazzi. But, you know, let me get back to my point. So keep your inventory on fleek, you know, be a product of your product, you know, and understand when people are coming on board, when you first came on board, it's a startup. This is a startup. You're not going to jump into a business and automatically be a millionaire the next day. It just doesn't work that way. But if you invest your time, if you invest your resources into your business, you know, 2.5 years later, you can be a jet setter too. It definitely works. But Michelle knows I go to bed early, but I'm up early too. I'm up early every morning. I'm up like 3:30, 4 o'clock. I'm up in the morning. I'm looking, I'm you know, doing professional development. I'm looking for different resources to help me be a better leader so that I can be a better leader for my team. I'm looking to pour in. And for you, all of you are leaders. So when you see good resources that are going to be beneficial for your team, then you need to share it with the team. Share it with Michelle, share it with Debbie, share it with Julia, share it with Emily, share it with, you know, the leaders that are, share it with Marnie, share it with the leaders that are on your team. Share it with Andrea. Michelle, you have so many, Lord. Share it with Nina. You have so many. I'll be saying names all day long. But
I know. This is an awesome team.
This is an awesome team.
We have a bunch of rock stars.
You have a bunch of rock stars on your team. You really do. Yeah. Oh my God. But just know that your leaders need support too. And there are things that we can all learn from each other. We can learn from the newest person. So, you know, share resources with your leader as well. I'm going to go back to my paparazzi story in just a second. Let me just finish, you know, the points of what I'm saying. It wasn't exactly how I planned on talking.
It's perfect.
It wasn't exactly, but you know, just it's like this business is such a blessing in so many ways. And it's not just about the finances. The finances is wonderful because it helps you to be a blessing to other people. But I've had people tell me as recently as this week that this business has changed their life. They, you know, were in a state of depression. I mean, like as early as just today, I was live with my team and this girl told me, she's like, I was in a state of depression. But since I've joined paparazzi, I feel good about myself. My self-esteem is restored. And when we don't share the opportunity, we block people from being able to have those things. You know, the things that are a blessing in this business are the intangibles that you really don't see. You know, the way that we're able to impact the lives of others by allowing them to look great on a budget for $5. You can't eat anywhere. Somebody, you know, my assistant is on her way to bring me something from Chick-fil-A. My meal from Chick-fil-A is about $9. I get the large lemonade, and I cheated. I got some ice cream today, y'all, so it was like that.
Yum.
But I'm just saying, you cannot eat fast food. You can't even go to McDonald's for $5. But we provide jewelry with matching necklace and earrings for $5. Share the opportunity. Get out there and change some lives because people are waiting to hear from you. I'm going to share my paparazzi story with you. I started with paparazzi back in August of 2015. I ranked up to Premier Director in October of 2015. I ranked up to Executive Director in November of 2015. When I ranked up to Executive Director, I had one director on my team, just one. I was on leaders boards for a whole bunch of stuff, earned a free trip to Cabo St. Lucas. I was on a grant at the time, so I couldn't go. The grant was due the week after the trip, so I just couldn't take a chance because, I was contractual. So if I don't complete the job, I don't get a paycheck. Needed my paycheck, so I earned it. You know, it's on my resume, so, you know, love it. but tells you something too, just about having flexibility. Grind, 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 grind this business, work this business so that you have the flexibility to be home with your kids. You have the flexibility to be able to take the trips that Paparazzi offers because you don't have to punch a clock somewhere else. And there are people on my team that they've compressed time frames. They've hit milestones much quicker than I have, and they're able to have the flexibility and freedom to be home with their families and work their paparazzi business. You can too. You just got to work it. It works if you work it. Anyway, going back to my story. In February of, I had Crown Club 5 in November, Crown Club 10 in December, I had Crown Club 25 in February of 2017. I became a producer in March of 2017. I was #1 in the Rock the Runway contest in April, and hence earned the opportunity to earn the Carla. Yay! In April, in May, I hit Life at a Party Bronze. Fast forward to convention. Convention was amazing. I was pushing, at convention. I wanted to get to 200 people so bad before convention. I went to convention with 205 team members as a premier producer. And I was also selected. Robin allowed me to be her guest at the Elite Lunch, and it was, totally amazing. Got an opportunity to shop the Z Collection early. I was also chosen during the month of August as one of 30 people that would be mentored by founder Trent Kirby. So that was an honor. Started working with Trent in September. I ranked up to executive producer, which is the first elite rank in October, back-to-back elite rank to fashionista in November. And that's something that hadn't been done before, in the company, but guess what? It's done all the time now. Like, oh my gosh, yeah. So many rock stars, so many rock stars. March of 2017, like the years, I'm thinking, things are happening so quickly. I ranked up to A-lister in March. I ranked up to Maven A-lister in May. And when I went to convention, earned 4 necklaces, one of the first people in the company to earn 4 elite necklaces at one convention. First person to rank up 5 times, because I went to the last convention as a producer, came back as a Maven A-lister. And how did I do it? I worked my business. Simply put, I worked my business. I kept my business in front of people. I sold jewelry every opportunity that I could. And whatever I learned, I taught. Whatever I learn, I teach my team. I share information. I pour down, and we use. I use all types of hashtags. You see, I hashtag everything. But P3 was a hashtag that I came up with. Pour in. You pour in. I pour into them. They pour into our team. Plug in, because you have to plug in order to get the resources, and pull up. And we pull each other up, to where we are, so that others can recognize some of the same accomplishments that we've had. And a blessing in that, because I do have a jet setter on my team as well. So super excited about that. And that is somebody that I actually personally mentored from the time that she started the business. So I'm pretty excited about that. But this business is just totally amazing, and it's been a blessing for me. Continues to be a blessing to me. I'm wowed, every month something new happens that just wows me with the business. But this business, Trent says all the time, is very simple. It's simple. You just have to work it. And I know that what I'm saying are things that you hear from your leaders all the time. But sometimes, just like with our parents can tell us stuff all the time. Sometimes we have to hear it from somebody else in order for it to really be real. You have some awesome, amazing leaders on this team. And some of you are up and coming leaders. Work your business. Don't work this business like a hobby. Work it like a business. Set a schedule. If you have a full-time job and you committed 20 hours a week to paparazzi, what do those 20 hours look like? What are you doing on Mondays? What days are you going live? What days are you organizing your inventory? What days are you making calls? And I tell my team all the time, make calls like you're a telemarketer. If you're working a part-time job, and here's another tip. If you say that you're working 3 hours a day, you get off at 5 o'clock, you say you're going to work your paparazzi business from 6 to 9. If you were at a job, you would have to work from 6 to 9. You couldn't come in, fix something to eat, go in your jewelry room, organize the jewelry, your sister calls, take the phone call. That's not working. Working means that you have some things that you have written down that you plan on accomplishing, and check them off. Work it as a to-do list. You may not necessarily get everything checked off the list during whatever it is that you're planning on doing, but you have to make a list so that you feel accomplished. If you go on to the next day and something has to roll over to the next day, you already have your to-do list that you begin working on the next day. So What am I saying? You have to be organized. Organize your life. It will make you so much happier. You'll get up earlier and you'll get up with more pep in your step. And when you get up in the morning, take a minute for you. Nothing about business, nothing about paparazzi. You know, you take a moment and have like a quiet moment with yourself and then get on with your day with whatever it is that you're doing. That's something else that will change your life as well. Anything else you want me to cover, Michelle?
Is it okay if I ask you a few questions? Do you have a few minutes for questions?
Absolutely.
Okay. So I want to know, okay, guys, did you hear her? She used to earn $250,000 a year. So this is not a lady that doesn't have a lot going on, right? She's not a lady that, I think a lot of times we think, oh, that person is highly accomplished. They make a lot of money. They wouldn't be interested in paparazzi, right? So Carla, what caught your eye when you first saw paparazzi, or how did you actually see it for the first time, and what caught your eye?
The person that introduced me to it, I know that she wouldn't sell junk, you know, honestly. So I actually signed up sight unseen. She sent me a link to purchase something from her. And I was like, is this something I could do too? And she said, yes. I was like, well, sign me up. My son is very busy. He's an honor roll student. You know, he's in National Honor Society, Beta Club, basketball team, band, leadership. Like, he does a whole bunch of stuff. So we're always running. So this was during basketball season. So I literally called her back and I'm like, look, like, can you just, you know, can I give you my credit card number and you go ahead and get me signed up? It was pretty much that simple. And, you know, when I got my kit, I ordered some additional jewelry. And honestly, you know, I'm going to be transparent.
Ah! Oh, shoot. Oh, no. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Hold on. I don't know what just happened, but we're bringing her back. Right where she says, I'm going to be transparent. Oh, no. Okay, hold on. Hold on. She's coming back because, you know, we have some information we want to find out from this beautiful lady, right? Can you tell she's powerful? That she's highly accomplished? Can you tell, like, she's got it together? And because of the kind of person she is, guess what? She has tons and tons of contacts. She has tons and tons of people that talk to her. And who do you think her circle of influence is? Do you think it's people that don't have anything going on in their life? Or do you think it's people that are sitting around waiting for life to happen to them? What kind of people does she associate with? Oh goodness, come on. I don't know why it's not adding her. Okay, let me try adding her again. Yeah. Okay, Carla. Oh, there you go. Nope. Where's Carla? Oh, sorry. Oh, there she is. Okay. All right. Tried adding her again.
I don't know. She got knocked off.
Oh, she's there.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay. We were all like having a heart attack. Okay, so back to you said I'm gonna be really transparent.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna be really transparent. My kit looks nothing like the kits now. Like, it doesn't. You know, it took me until December, and I am great at, you know, selling and sharing. It took me until December to get rid of every piece in my kit. So it wasn't as easy of a sale. Like, our jewelry has improved more and more and more. You know, I had a challenge selling the larger kits because hair accessories came in the kit. Where am I going to put a hair accessory? I can't put a hair accessory in it. You know, I don't wear hair accessories. I would keep my hair short. So, you know, I purchased additional jewelry with the kit. Am I on? Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry, I just got a call and it went, out for a second.
Yeah, and I think that's what happened to me. But so it wasn't as easy, and then the business wasn't as popular, so it wasn't as easy of a sale. Like now people are familiar with the business, so that's a good thing, and it's a not so good thing. It's a good thing if you're working your business, because people will say, hey, yeah, I see that lady, she's online selling her jewelry all the time, or you could be someone that they don't see and they don't want to join because they don't see you working your business. But it just wasn't it wasn't, to me, it just wasn't as quite as easy as it is now. So when I got my kit, I I shared the opportunity with people, but I told them it was $99 to get started, but you had to purchase additional, because I knew they weren't going to want what was in the kit. And I did have 3 people join, 3 people that I knew that joined. And guess what? The first 3 people that started with me are still on my team too. Like, thank God for that. And I just got out there and started selling jewelry. I did my first big event in September. And, from that event, I probably have about 8 people, on my team as a result of that large event that are still on my team. One who finally just joined recently. But just the business works. Like, it works if you work it. Everything's not going to be perfect. You might not have the best sponsor, so in your mind you might not think your upline is the greatest, but guess what, it depends on you to make it work. It doesn't depend on other people. Whatever others are pouring into you is a bonus, but it's up to you to go get it. Everything that you need is inside of you. The resources that you need, they're on Michelle Johnny's page. They're on Robin Frank's page, and Google is our best friend. So you have everything you need. It's up to you to do it. And if I can't leave you with anything else, I have to leave you with the fact that growth and comfort don't live in the same house. You can't be comfortable and grow at the same time. So you have to stretch yourself. You have to stretch yourself. You have to get outside your comfort zone. You have to do things when you don't feel like it. You have to do things when you don't like it. You're not in the business to make friends, although you are going to make friends in the business, but don't get caught up in that. Focus on why you're here. Focus on your goals. In order to focus on your goals, you have to set them. Be accountable. So if you don't have an accountability partners are wonderful, because you can both keep each other on track with what it is that you're trying to do and what you're trying to move forward to accomplish. But next question.
Okay, somebody said, okay, you said it took you a while to sell your kit. Did you wait to order more before you sold every piece in your kit?
Nope.
Of course, we all know the answer,
yeah,
but we have to hear it from your mouth.
Okay. No, ma'am. I continue to order jewelry. Every time something new came out, I ordered it. When it was something cute that came out, I ordered it. And as you can see, I still do, and I knew that inventory was major, so my first goal was to get my jewelry to 500 pieces. Then once I got to 500, it was to get to 1,000. Once I got to 1,000, it was to get to 2,000. So notice that I didn't go from 1,000 to 500 to 1,500. I went from 1,000 to 2,000. Why? Because I knew I wanted to do some larger events. And in order to do larger events, you have to have inventory. You can't go in a multiple day event, with 1,000 pieces of jewelry and expect to be successful. It just really doesn't work that way. I did see somebody that commented, Julia talked about me and my affirmations. She's like, you are really big on affirmations. And I am. I have affirmations that pop up in my phone all day long. I'm a top earner in paparazzi. I'm a luxe jet setter. I can do all things through Christ who strengthened me. What are some of the others? I can't think anything else right off the top of my head, but I set up my affirmations in my phone as reminders, and I set them up to come up at a certain time. Like I might set it to come up at 12 o'clock, and I set it to come up 2 hours before and an hour before. Why? Because if I'm on a call like I am now, and an alert comes up, I'm not going to read it. But I have 2 more times to see that affirmation when it comes up. So I definitely believe in affirmations. I believe in the power of visualization. I have a vision wall, where I put all of my goals that I have in life, my goals that I have for paparazzi, and I really watch them manifest. But you have to believe that that they're going to manifest. You have to believe and see yourself being there. When I rocked the runway, I had talked to Robin Frank. Robin Frank is my mentor in paparazzi. And she's like, Carla, you have to, what did she tell me to do? She said, like, draw a picture and put my face on the picture. I'm not a good drawer. Like, so I was like, that's not going to be cute. That's not going to be good to look at. So I found this picture online, you know, cute model, banging white dress, you know, black and white gala. And I took and I used a photo app and I put my face on the top of that picture. And I put it inside of my planner. I put it on my wall. And lo and behold, the Carla, you know, did manifest. So you have to write out affirmations. You have to keep your world as positive as you possibly can. You know, as Trent said at EMP, the sharks are going to come, situations are going to come, but you have to have things in your life that are going to shift and allow you to see the positive in it. Because there's always positive in it, even when it doesn't feel good. And I have to say, you know, for myself and the other leaders, it may look like an easy climb. It's not an easy climb, but it's worth the grind. It's worth everything that, you know, we have to overcome to get to where we are. But when you look at it in the grand scheme of things, I'll go through whatever it is that I need to experience with paparazzi to not have to punch somebody else's clock. I like having the freedom to get up, take my son to school. If he forgets something, I fuss, but I get to take it back. I don't have to ask my boss, can I leave work because my son forgot whatever, you know. So you got to make you got to work this business for yourself. You got to work this business for your family. You know, the children are watching. I had one of the consultants on my team. Her grandson is 3 years old. She was live, and her grandson is super busy. So she was live, and he came downstairs, and he's like, "Grandma, oh, you're showing jewelry." So he pulls out and he went and he grabs a necklace, and he's like, "Grandma, this is number 14." And he holds up the number with the piece of jewelry. And, you know, of course, she hurried up and got off live because she knew he was not going to go away. But he was 3 and he was imitating what it was that she was doing. So our kids, our children see what we're doing. They see your grind. They see that you went to work for 40 hours and you came home and you're grinding with your paparazzi business so that you can leave a legacy for them. So keep grinding. You have to do it. You have to be successful for the people around you that believe that you can.
Hey, oh, sorry, are you done?
I'm done. That's
Somebody asked, could you turn the camera around and show us your store?
Okay, sure.
Okay, so this, Carla says, inventory is important.
So listen,
okay,
my store is not, don't judge me because it's not straight, but I'm going to be transparent and turn the camera around and show it to you guys. Now, how do I do this? Where's the camera up? Is it up here? Let me see. Let me see. Is this it? Okay.
There you go.
Okay. So this is my dresser where I keep my Z collection. So look in here. You see, there's Z collection in there.
Oh, that's great.
And there's Z collection. There's Z collection in there. This is an old canvas that when I first started, I was dead set that I wasn't going to ever have pegboards because I didn't like them. I wanted my boutique style set up. I quickly learned that pegboards are our friend, but I use canvases initially. So what I use these for is when I get down to like my onesies, twosies, I'll put them on these boards. And I started doing a live show with like, what do I call it? I don't know. I made up some kind of name for like my one of a kinds that I have 1 or 2 of, you know, so people got to get on there and comment so quickly, you know, for those.
Yeah.
And then, you know, a small pegboard that I keep my earrings on. All of my colors and seed beads on, you know, on that, in that case. And then I have racks. You know, I try to color coordinate everything so that it's appealing to the eye. You see the colors. We're going into the golds and then the brass and the bronze and the gunmetal. Down here I have a bunch of different type pearls. I have a bunch of stuff that I still need to put out. All of my
She's a pearl hoarder, aren't you?
Look, and I'm so sad. Like, I want them to make, can you guys all tell paparazzi Not Your Mama's Pearls needs to be that needs to be a blockbuster. We need to have access to those all the time because people are always asking for them. But these are my long necklaces. And here are more long necklaces. And my fashion fix is there. So if somebody buys something off one of those top hooks, they have to buy all 4. So that's fashion fix at the top, fashion fix at the bottom. And like I said, don't judge me because there's some stuff over there that's not in order. But, you know, that's where I put a lot of my extra inventory, you know. So Michelle says I'm a pearl hoarder. So these are all the pearls, you know, that I have. You know,
No,
and
her own hashtag, people. That's her coming out of her mouth.
Yeah, I mean, and what it is in the organizations that I belong to, pearls, we wear pearls. So I have people call me for 10 pearls, 20 pearls, for one from one organization. So I have to keep my pearls on fleek. But this is kind of how I organize my jewelry. And that's it. Y'all can't see that over there. Let me see if I can skip past the junk. But that's just another little something. But that's it. And my wrap bracelets are on one. I had a catastrophe. One of my racks fell over. So my rounder with my short wrap bracelets fell. And then when I'm going live, this is what I use when I'm going live. I hang the jewelry that I plan on using when I'm going live on here so I can put the numbers back up easier. But that's it. That's my jewelry room.
So do you guys think when people come over to shop that they can find one thing or they can find 100 things that they want? 25 to 135. That's a pretty big upsell, Carla.
Yeah, I mean, she couldn't resist. And like I keep my Z collection it's on the table in another room. And I actually have a huge home party that I'm going to be doing for my best customer who happens to now be a consultant, but we already had the party set up. She just joined, so we're still going to move forward with the party. But I'm sure that she's going to have a bunch of people that are going to sign up at her party. But like the last time she did a party for me, I made over $1,500 at a home party. So book those home parties, because the thing with home parties, when people are coming to a home party, my blockbusters, oh, I didn't show the blockbuster box. Here's Julia. The blockbuster let me turn it around. Wait a minute, let me see. So the blockbusters are in these boxes back here. The blockbusters are in the black boxes. That's where they are. And then
I don't think you have enough. I don't think you have enough, Carla. I think you need more. Oh my goodness. So is Carla invested in her business? Yeah, she's well invested. Do you think she's gonna take it like, oh, I'll put a post up on Facebook, and if something happens, then it's meant to be. If not, then I'm out the door. No, she goes out and she grinds every day. This lady is a workhorse. Every day. And honestly, like, I feel some kind of way when I don't have money on my square one day. I don't care if it's $50. I want to see money on my square every day. And I do, like, if it's from people not paying their invoices timely, so it ends up rolling over. But, there's not often that a day goes by that somebody doesn't call me asking for jewelry. I had a customer yesterday that called and said, I need you to go live from your jewelry room and just show me some stuff so I can pick it out. I have $100 to spend. Again, somebody else is not interested in becoming a consultant, but I'll wear her down eventually too. Just like my other favorite customer. My favorite customer that just joined, she's going to slay this business because she would go live and sell jewelry for me. I just got this. It's $5. She would do it for me. Can you imagine what she's going to do for herself? Oh my God. And yes. And that right there just goes back to, it goes back to faith. It goes back to believing, and putting into the atmosphere that you want to attract the right like-minded people to your business, But I'm sorry. Go ahead. Next question, Michelle. Somebody asked, do you charge tax? Absolutely. I pay tax, so I charge tax. Yes, ma'am. Thank you for answering. I was like, please tell me you charge tax. We are in business, okay? We sell $5 jewelry. So, yeah, you see a whole bunch of jewelry, but I pay $275 plus tax for the jewelry. So if somebody wants to buy it, you're going to pay tax on it. We pay it up front. You are a business owner. When you don't charge tax, you're not giving the customer a break. You're actually losing money. And you need to make people respect your business the same way that they respect Macy's and Nordstrom and Target and every place else. You're a business owner. Absolutely, I charge taxes. And if they don't want to pay the taxes, they don't have to shop with me. Honestly. I mean, I don't mean to sound, but they don't. Yeah, I totally agree. Okay. There's lots of little questions, but I want to know, Carla, you are really good at getting people to join your team. How many personally sponsored do you have? I think 142, I think. So she's had 142 people trust her and join the business. How do you go out and recruit? Like, what do you say to people, and like, what do you do? Do you just put posts all over Facebook and hope people come to you? No, because that doesn't really work. All it does is show that you're a paparazzi consultant. Like,
It really doesn't. But when I'm vending, the majority of the people that join my team join because they saw me working. They saw me work in the business. And I always ask people, you know, if you or anyone you know is interested in another stream of income, let me know. I'm bagging them up. I keep the little I'm interested in forms with me. I give them the form for them to fill out, and I follow up with them. Half of the
What? You
right.
follow up with people?
I follow up with people.
Are you saying the fortune is in the follow-up, Carla?
The fortune is in the follow-up. Do you know how many people, other people have introduced the opportunity to? I told a lady I was interested, but she never called me back. Have to follow up. And don't think that because people are not answering your phone call that all of a sudden they're not interested. You have to think about your schedule. Like for me, when my son is playing basketball during the school season, it looks totally different than AAU. I'm not answering a foreign phone call in the gym to tell you I can't talk to you anyway. If it's somebody I know, I might pick up the phone and say, hey, you know, Julia, I'm at a basketball game. I'm at a basketball game. I can't talk to you right now. But if I don't know the person, I'm not going to answer, but it doesn't mean that I don't want to hear more about their opportunity. So keep calling them until they tell you no, that they're not interested. I call people until they flat out tell me, Carla, look, I don't want to do this. Okay, fine. I go on to the next person. I'm not offended.
So you're saying if you talk to somebody more than once or twice about them joining, that you're not like, I think so many people are like, okay, I sent them an email. If they want to join, they're going to go join. If I follow up, I'm being pushy. Or if I post on my page, I'm being pushy. Or if I follow up twice with them, I'm being pushy. Do you think that's true, Carla?
That's not true, because you don't know what that person has going on. Like, think if somebody came to my house right now, I'm in my jewelry room with the door closed. They can't talk to me because I'm talking to you. That doesn't mean that I'm not interested in what they have to tell me. It just means that the timing is not right for me right now. But they don't know that the timing isn't right. So if they take their marbles and go home, then they'll never get an opportunity to have Carla on their team. So you have to keep following up with them until they tell you they're not interested. Life happens for everybody. Life could have happened for them. You have to keep calling them until they tell you no.
I just recently had somebody join my team who did a party for me over 6 years ago. Wow. And another person who I've been friends with before Paparazzi, I've been in 6.5 years, who just called me and talked to me about joining Paparazzi. So wow. You guys, you never know. Until somebody says, no, I'm not interested, it doesn't mean they're not interested. And even when they say no, it just sometimes can mean not right now.
Listen, Michelle, I'm going to interrupt you. My customer, she does parties for me every single year. Like I said, her home parties, I'm making $1,500 at her home parties. Like, it's ridiculous. She does lives for me. I mean, you go to my Facebook, you'll find her. Her name is Lisa Bush. Because she married name too. But she said just 2 weeks ago she wasn't joining Paparazzi. She just joined my team. She has been my best customer. I met her at my very first big vending event in September of 2015. So for 2.5 years, I've been pursuing her, close to 2.5 years.
And she's been watching and earning you money.
Right, exactly. And she finally said yes. So you have to keep talking to people. You have to follow up with them. If you don't follow up, somebody else is going to follow up. And with where we are now, because the company is growing and we are by far nowhere near saturated. You know, you think we have about 142, maybe 143 1,000 consultants right now. I mean, I forget because we're growing so quickly. Avon has what, like 6 million? Mary Kay has about 4 million. We're not even at 1 million yet. So the market is wide open. But the difference is now people can choose who they want to join. You might talk to them, but if they don't see you working your business, if you don't show them that you have something that's worth joining, they're not going to want to join you. They're not going to want to join you. So you have to work your business. And part of that working your business is going live. Let people see you visible. If you go live, you look at Crystal, who was on this team, Crystal Nicole, she's in this downline.
Yep.
She hit executive producer in a little over 4 months. from going live, like to me, it's a no-brainer. Like knowing that somebody else did it would be enough for me to go ahead and make it happen. You see the examples all around you. Work your business and your business is going to work for you. Eliminate the excuses. You can come up with a million. Our days are not perfect. Your leaders' days are not perfect, you know, but we understand that A, we were called to lead, and B, we have goals that we want to accomplish. So we don't have a choice but to work our business. Work your business and it'll work for you.
Yeah, really quickly. So you've signed up 140 people, something have trusted you to be their sponsor. Now, when they join, what do you do? Do you just send them, like, what do you do when somebody joins your team, Carla? How do you feel like how do you sponsor these people?
So initially, you know, you know, make sure that I actually send them the link to their business. They can go get it themselves, but it's a whole lot easier if I send it to them, because then they can immediately start sending it out to their friends and family, start getting orders. You know, of course, I send them a link to the square so they can sign up for a square. They know, you know, if we send them if we send them our link to their square, they get $1,000 in sales free of processing, win-win. And then I follow up with them immediately to make sure that they place that subsequent order. The majority of my team, you know, up until recently, up until the hair accessories went away, came in on a $99 kit. So it was very important that they went in and purchased additional jewelry. Followed up with them, made sure they knew how to navigate their back office, make sure that that initial order was placed. Get them on our team pages, you know, and just start introducing them, you know, of course, you know, give them a shout out, welcome them to the team, and consistently introduce them with the various ways that we can make money. Because if you show people that they can make money and how to make money with the business, they're going to do it. And one of the things that people sleep on most, like we should be doing basket parties all the time. Like everybody knows somebody that may not be interested in the business or may be interested. Pack up the jewelry and send it to work with them, or to school, or wherever they're going. It's free. And sometimes those people may be some of your best consultants. I know for me they are. That's how I've gotten several people on my team. It works.
The beautiful thing about basket parties is they see, oh, I can sell it without being the consultant. And then they're like, okay, I can see myself selling this. And then it's a lot easier for them to join because they know, one, it sells, and two, you know, I can do this. So I agree.
And like with you guys have such amazing leadership on this team. You know, when I first started, like my leaders were fairly new too. So we didn't, you know, I didn't have resources. I had to create them. You guys don't have to do that. You have everything you need right here, and in yourself. Go slay. No excuses. Don't compare your journey with the next person's, because their walk wasn't your walk. And it doesn't matter how long it takes you to get to a certain place. It just matters that you get there. Don't get caught up in ranks. Remember, you know, Misty talks about all the time, and maybe somebody can post this or bump this up. Survive on sales. You survive on sales, you're making money, and you're counting on you, not what someone else is doing. So survive on sales, and by surviving on sales, it's going to open the door for you too to be able to sponsor 142 people.
Yeah, sometimes people said, Michelle, I want to like grow a bigger team. What should I do? And I say, go out and sell.
Yeah.
Because if you're selling, you're going to have people that see that this works, and they'll be more interested. And then don't just wait for them to come to you. Carla, do you ever go to people and say, you should sell this, like you should do this, you would be good at this? Or do you always wait for people to come to you?
I definitely do both. Like I do both. And honestly, like the majority of the people that join from seeing me work. And then when they tell me, and I'm bagging them up, and they tell me that they're not a salesperson, I ask them, what did I sell you? How hard did I sell the jewelry that you just bought from me? And they chuckle because I didn't say a word. I didn't say anything. 9 times out of 10, I'm behind the table bagging up someone else while they're picking out what they want and bringing it to me. So I tell them, you see, the jewelry sells itself. And I'll tell them, look at the table. Table's busy because there's other people shopping. So the best way to grow your team really is like, you know, Michelle said, and I'll say again, you know, definitely sell your jewelry, but you have to create your chicken list and attack that chicken list. And those are the people that Michelle's talking about that you have to reach out to and say, hey, you need to come on over here and do this business. Trent and I talk about, all the time, just how great of an opportunity this is. And, when you hit elite ranks or certain elite ranks, your income could potentially be where like doctors and attorneys are, and right. I know.
This is true.
I mean, so we can do that selling $5 jewelry. There are people, those doctors, those attorneys, people that make that type of money. Even when I was in the mortgage business, I worked all the time. I actually had I had a couple of houses. I actually had a house that I used for the business. The house was totally, I had the house, gutted out, and I put the business in that house, but I left one bedroom in the house. So if my son was ever out of school, he had a room, he had his PlayStation and all that he could play, nice big backyard. But why did I do that? Because I was at work all the time. I made $250,000, but I worked all the time. Well, Paparazzi, we do work all the time too, but it's not really work. Like, this ain't really work. We have to make ourselves turn off, and shut down so that we can make sure that we're getting that quality time in. And I do encourage you to do that. We don't want to be like those business people who were busy all the time working our business that, we didn't take time for family. So make sure, and you'll see from my posts, I don't post a whole heck of a lot. I don't put a whole lot of my personal business on Facebook, but my family is everything, and my family is why I do what I do. So you got to make sure that you take time to have that quality time with your family.
Is it okay if people follow you on Facebook, Carla?
Oh, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. And so, you may end up having to follow me because I'm getting close to capacity for my class.
Well,
make sure I leave
I encourage. If my team goes to follow other leaders, I tell them to follow, not friend, because friends allow you to build your customer base and everything like that. These are just people that are like in awe. So you feel free to follow her. Don't friend her. Okay, guys? Somebody asked, do you do your live sales on a business page, your personal page, or a group?
I do a little bit of everything. I just started going live for my business page, and I actually learned that from someone on your team. See what happens when you go to Cancun on those free trips and talk to other people?
From Emily?
Right.
Did you?
Yep.
Yeah, Emily Brinson's go. Yep.
Crystal Nicole told me about going live for my business page. And it's funny because I had a business page set up since I started, hadn't really been using it until right before Cancun. I started posting on there again. And then when they told me about going live, I love going live for my business page because I love being able to see stats and really know how many people I'm reaching. When I go live for my business page, I immediately share it to my, personal page, like I was taught to do by Emily and Crystal. And it works, and sometimes I'll go live still quickly for my personal page if I want to show quick 10 pieces or something, or just for, just to get that engagement. I will, but I do both.
Yeah, but you used to mostly go live from your personal page.
Mostly from my personal page, though. Like, I just, since Cancun, started going live for my business page. And I still do, like, even with that, I'll still do both. Still, filling that out. But the thing is, don't complicate it. Just do it. You know what I mean? Like, just do it and like go wherever you're comfortable. But you got to remember that you're in business, so you want to make sure that you're going live in a way that will allow you to continue to build your customer base. So even if you go live from your personal page, make sure that you're sharing it to your business page so that you can get activity on what you're doing.
Yep. Somebody said chicken list. What's a chicken list? Do you want to answer that, or do you want me to explain what a chicken list is to be?
All right, you can go ahead. I'll give you that one.
So you guys, a chicken list is those people you're too chicken to talk to. At least that's how I think a chicken list.
And the people who you just don't think would do it. Like, you just think, no way is she going to do this business. And you would be surprised. Let me tell you something. On my team, I have attorneys on my team. I have doctors on my team. I have a bunch of nurses on my team. I have a bunch of educational administrators, meaning principals and vice principals and, individuals that work for the board of education, not just teachers. And I don't want to say, I'm not minimizing anything, but I'm just saying that I have people from all walks of life on my team. And you would think an attorney wouldn't want to do this business. Well, guess what? That attorney wants to pay off those student loan bills. And what I tell them, because sometimes people feel like they don't want people to think, oh, she's selling $5 jewelry, she's not doing well. No, you tell them I'm selling this $5 jewelry to get rid of my student loan debt. You know, so there are people out there that will absolutely do this business, and you don't know what, you know, it doesn't matter what their career is, you know, they will. The only people that probably can't are judges. But aside from that, wide open.
And don't you find that these intelligent, high-powered people, they understand multiple streams of income and tax deductions?
Listen, those are the best people to get on your team. My nurses team is the smallest team, but the most impactful. They go live, they buy jewelry, they get it. They get it. So like, go after those people on your chicken list who you just don't think will be interested, because like Michelle said, they understand the business concept. They understand multiple streams of income. Some people will use this to create even another stream of income. They get that. So talk to them.
Yeah.
Talk to them. But you have to sell. You can't talk to them if your stuff is not in order, because they're not going to be a part of what you're doing. Your stuff has to be in order. And when I say in order, I have on a sweat jacket. You know, I'm a sweat jacket. I'm still cute though. You know what I'm saying? Got to make sure that your appearance is, you know, put on a little lipstick, you know, make sure your hair is presentable, and share the opportunity with them. And like I said, for me, I love not, I think I said this to my team earlier. I always had to get dressed to go to work. I had to put on suits. I love the fact that I don't have to get dressed to go to work anymore. I still have to get dressed for my organizational activities, but I love that I can throw on a pair of jeans or jeggings and, you know, one of my Paparazzi or Millionaires Club jackets and go work my business. And nobody's looking like, you know, like half the time they're looking like, who is she or what does she do? But it's what you give off. It is what you believe in yourself. So, you know, sell your jewelry so that you'll have some success, so you can build your confidence, so that you can build confidence in others as well.
Yep. Just like yesterday, you guys, if you watched yesterday's speaker, which she was awesome. She was my very, very first personally sponsored. And because of her, that team is over 1 million in volume. And she was somebody that I went to and I said, look, you should do this. You would be good at it. And this is why. And she was a busy person that had lots of connections. And I could have been intimidated that she would say no. Carla, have you been told no before?
Oh my God. People tell me no all the time. And even some of the people that tell me no, do you think that I stopped asking them? I give them a break, but I go right back to them.
Do they quit being friends with you because you ask them?
No, they don't. Like, they support me, and I mean, which is a blessing. But they support me because they see me working. So people can't support you. And the other thing is, people don't want to support a struggle. People want to support success. So if you're always whining and nothing's going right, nobody wants to support that. You know, so sometimes even if your day isn't going so great, you got to make it look like it's going great on Facebook anyway. Because, you know, everybody reinvents themselves on Facebook. But people don't want to support a struggle. So you have to be successful.
Yeah. Yep. So you got to go out, you guys. That lady in a Beamer, you don't know. You don't know, one, if she would buy it or not, or two, if she would want to earn money or not. You don't know until you ask her or until you talk to her. So I know for myself, yes, it can be intimidating to talk to that high-powered person, but Carla's one of those high-powered persons. And if the person, who's your sponsor?
Tyrika Hendricks.
Oh, and Tyrika herself is a powerhouse.
Mm-hmm.
Tyrika is a powerhouse. Oh my gosh. And who's above Tyrika?
DeBrasia.
Oh, and DeBrazia's a powerhouse. And above her is what? Alicia Williams?
Mm-hmm. And then above her is Tyronica.
And Tyronica, like her, all the people above her are.
Above her is Lisa Hill. Like, so everybody's elite. The whole line is.
And above Lisa, there's probably.
Is Christy Crump. And then above Christy Crump is Jill and Celeste Hunt. And above.
Okay. Yep. So what happened is Powerhouse found Powerhouse, found Powerhouse, found Powerhouse, found Powerhouse. And Carla's below Carla, there's lots of different powerhouses. So guess what, ladies? Those movers and shakers you want on your team, you have to approach them if you want them on your team. They don't usually just come to you and go, oh, I've seen you selling $5 jewelry. I think I want to do that, right? Go talk to them and appeal to their comments. Say, makes sense. You should do. Oh goodness, shoot. Okay. Yep, they were all professional women with high-paying jobs or lots of influence, and they are amazing. Let me see. Oh, okay, guys. I think Carla's gonna have to go pretty soon. I didn't tell her she'd be on for hours, so.
Sorry.
Okay, you're back. You're good.
Like that's what happens. Like, oh,
okay.
the screen was just frozen. Do anything.
You're good. Any last really important questions for Carla, or Carla, any other wisdom you want to impart to people? We appreciate your time. We know, let me tell you this. Sometimes these asking people to speak is a little intimidating for me, not because they're mean people, but because I know their time is valuable. They make good money and they have thousands of people that want to hear from them. So, and Carla's not earning anything by, talking with us and sharing her wisdom and knowledge and just herself. And so, but guess what? I do it because one, it benefits our business, and two, I think it's important. It's important. I've asked people if they could share with my team, and they've said, yes, can you share with with our team? And I say, absolutely, because Carla does not function from a scarcity mentality that there's only so much to go around. She knows that it's not going to hurt her team to help us. And she's not going to hide herself from people. She is a blessing to lots of people. Whether it benefits her or not, she is happy to share. So thank you for an hour of your time. And for sharing your hard work and wisdom and knowledge. Is there any last questions or anything else you want to say, Carla, like the grand finale?
I just want to say that I'm honored. Thank you so much for inviting me to your team. Like, you are absolutely amazing. And just to thank you and the leaders that came before me, because without you all, Paparazzi wouldn't be here. If you didn't join and stick with it when it was tougher, we wouldn't be here, because there are lots of things like how you had to buy things in packages and things of that sort that you guys worked out so things would be easier for us. So I just want to say thank you, and thank you for just being the humble, awesome, amazing person that you are, and for your team, just utilize the tools. I mean, hopefully you got something, you can take something that will allow you to work your business, and just know that this business is simple. If you work it, it's going to work for you. And like Michelle said, don't be afraid to pour back into other people, because, we're blessed to be a blessing to others. And thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you. Thank you.
When you work, you get paid, right, Carla?
When you work, you get paid. And when you work hard, you get paid more. And it's just like, it's just amazing, like what this business can do. And I go back to surviving on sales. If you survive on sales, even without building a team, you can make lots of money in this business. But if you build a team, we make money 3 ways. It makes no sense not to make money all 3 ways: direct sales, online sales, and by building a team. Get your money. Go get your money. Like, go get your paper. And I hope, I don't see any other questions, but yeah. And H3, like, that's the leadership model that I'm using with my team this year. Be hungry, stay humble, and always hustle. Like, it's the paparazzi way. If you do those things, your business will just, go on to the next level. And as you rise, remember, be humble, because with everything, like, God chose us for it all, And you just got to remember that. And we're here to be a vessel to other people. So, try to remain humble as you rise. And I look forward to seeing you all on stage. Set your goals. So this is my homework for you all. Set your goal for where you want to be at convention. What do you want to walk across the stage as for Crown Club, for life of the party? You know, what rank do you want to be? And do the work. Put the work in that's going to allow you to get there. That's it.
Awesome, awesome. All right, thank you so much. Oh, really quick, they say, do you have any tips for increasing online sales? You guys, I got a sale on my website last night. I don't know this girl, but I'm gonna go contact her and say, hey, I saw you order from my website, and talk with her about ordering more and joining. Do you have a tip for getting online sales?
Like, send pictures of what the jewelry looks like online. And not what some of the jewelry looks like. Like, I have like blockbusters that I'll send people. Here are some examples of some of the pieces. I might put a few pictures in that are not blockbusters. Sometimes I may send it as a flipogram, or I'll send it as regular pictures. And you know, let people know, look, I've been challenged to sell X amount of jewelry in the next 3 days. You know, can you help me meet my goal? And, you know, do I meet my goal all the time? No. But does someone buy? Yes. So
Yeah.
take it off of Facebook, you know, and well, I mean, you can inbox people, but that usually works best for me personally if I'm texting or emailing. My network.
And Carla, there's actually 4 ways you make money with paparazzi. The last one I always tell people is your tax deductions, because you make money with your taxes, right? Because instead of giving all the money up that you're making to the government, you can keep it. So there's a 4th one for you. That's one that I use with people that need a good tax deduction, that make a lot of money on their real job. I say, look, you can keep more of the money that you make with your other job by joining paparazzi. So
that, and lots of times accountants will tell them, you need to start a small business. This is the best small business to start. You get to come and shop. I get to come downstairs and shop, and I don't have to go anywhere. I don't have to look online. I come and shop in my own jewelry room. So yeah, that was a great point, Michelle.
Yeah. Well, all right, you guys, thank you all for being on. Carla, you are amazing. Do you remember when I said at convention, next year at convention, I said, you're going to hit executive producer. I almost predicted the date, huh? And then I'm like, next month, in the next month. And yep, I knew Carla was going to be big. Back when she was a producer.
And let me say this. I'm glad that you said that.
I knew she was going to be a big star.
And she did. And let me say this, Michelle was always in my inbox. You know, I know you're close. I know you're close. That meant the world to me, that she was even paying attention. She's not my upline, you know, and she would be in my inbox encouraging me, like, thank you for that. That meant a lot to me. You guys have an awesome leader. I know I'm not telling you anything that you don't already know, but that's everything. And those things, Michelle didn't gain anything from reaching out to me, but she sure did. Oh my God, Carla, I know you're close. I know. And every time she would say it, she would be right on point. Like the next week or a few days later, it would happen. So, look, I don't know. Like, I don't know what your predictions are, but you're usually on point. Hopefully you have some more predictions coming soon.
Well, I have those things about my team. Believe it or not, on my goal board, I have goals for where I want people to be. So those of you that are watching, you're on my board. I'm watching because you know how you look at your team and you're like, I know they have it in them to get here and here and here, and it's exciting. So, all right, you guys, thank you so much for an hour and 15 minutes of your time. That is worth hundreds of dollars right there. Carla's time is worth hundreds of dollars. So thank you all for being on. You guys, go out, work your business, build your inventory, sell every day. Every single day. Did you hear her? She doesn't feel like she's accomplished, you know, like she has to sell every single day or she doesn't feel like she's working it. So, woo! Okay. Oh, you guys, we are halfway through the month yesterday because it's a short month. Go look at your numbers. Double them. Is that where you want to be with your personal inventory? Or your personal PV? Is that where you want your team to be? If not, step it up. Do not wait for the last couple days of the month. Work your business the whole month. Carla, if everybody worked their business the whole month instead of the last week, can you imagine what would happen?
We would all be sitting on a yacht selling jewelry. But no, I
That
mean,
is right.
like it's so much easier to hit your goals when you bite them off into bite-sized chews. You know, when you try to push, like it's stressful, and sometimes you hit it and sometimes you don't. But grind every day. Grind every day, and your grind has to match your goals. If your grind doesn't match your goals, you have to shift gears and make sure that it does, so that you can hit where you want to hit. And you guys have such amazing examples all around you. You know, Julia, and I hate saying names because, like, I don't want to miss anybody, but you guys just have amazing leaders on your team, like
We
you do.
do.
And all of them may not necessarily be elite. You know, some of them are on their way to elite, like Marnie, you know, and, you know, but she's awesome. She's awesome. Her lives are awesome. She sells her behind off. She's consistent. You know, she's funny. You can learn stuff from everybody. You can learn stuff
Yep.
from everybody. But thank you so much for having me. You guys have an amazing rest of the week, you know, and thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much, Carla. All right, you guys, go out there and work hard today. Bye-bye.
Bye bye. Take care.